Okay, this is David, aka Nosavell, coming to you a day later after the CV Freqs interview um, with Jim Coker of 512. This is the 512 vector right here. You can see I've got my 8 parts laid out here. I'm able to put in my own labels. Just to show you, each part can either be monophonic, polyphonic, or it could be a drum part, and the drum parts have 4 lanes. I haven't quite gotten into the polyphonic, but I've got a couple monophonic sequences going. This is my Manus and Terratas Alia. And then I can easily bring in another part off the Zephyr. Oop, need to cue that up. And what's nice is I can go into the Manus on the fly, and I can go to pitch, and I can turn notes on and off. I can do the same for glide, gate, and there's a couple different gate and groove options, including microtiming, velocity, and for me, I have the velocity on the Manus, for example, set to its envelope to give it some flavor. The microtimings, you click it again, there's the microtiming. Velocity. This is the sample length. It has repeats and ratchets per step, which is really nice. And then there's 2 really beautiful chance operations. So here's one. And so you can choose what you want it, how you want it, what you want to happen on that step, and then the probability of it happening. You can dial in the probability. And then there's a third thing where you can decide whether it's an even, an odd, on the third beat of the measure, on the third measure, the fourth measure, and so on and so forth. For each part, there are a lot of different parameters, including keys, octaves, the lengths, different modulation, subsequences. And then there's this mode where you can kind of see your presets and type into those, as well as scenes, which are kind of Ableton style. But one of my favorite things to do is just to, and we talked about this, is just to shift and evolve. So I'm changing that first sequence. I'll turn this one off so you can hear it a little bit better. And there are different algorithms that you can choose for it to evolve along. And then whenever you want, you can go back to your last saved version. But one of the algorithms I like a lot is invert. Or you can generate a whole new sequence and go back to your original. So it really lends itself to a lot of power. Moving on, using a launch pad, I have this session view, and I've got mutes. I actually don't use the session view that much, but this is kind of your overhead view where you've got mutes, and you can go into the different drum parts. These are the drum parts over here, and you can mute specific channels of the drum parts. And these are my main mutes, so I can mute those. I can turn that one on. And you notice that when I do that, and I'm muting a part, my oscillator still plays, because this is only the CV sequence that's muting or unmuting that it's sending. So in the note mode here, this is actually different sequences, different scenes that I have lined up. Or I should say it's different presets. So I use this to jump between songs live. Usually I have 2 lanes, or two lines per song. So this way I can really keep it really interesting. But one of my favorite things to do is, and I'll go to, so this is my drum pad. I know that is So I actually have one of the MIDI channels playing the pulsar right now. Sorry, I have to bring in some noise, it's me. Thank you for watching CV Freqs. I am No Savell.